Good morning guys, welcome back. It is December 1st, so that means that we are fully in the process of Christmas shopping. And if you have a hiker or backpacker in your life and you have no idea what gifts to buy, then this video is for you, so stay tuned. In this video I'm going to give you 10 gift ideas for hikers, backpackers and little outdoor dogs. So if you are on the search for a gift, then you might find some ideas here. I try to stay with gifts that are not super expensive. I will give some extra gift ideas at the end of the video that are for people who have some more money to spend, or you want to gift somebody who is really close to you, so money isn't that big of an issue. So I will give some extra tips for that as well. But first let me start with 5 gift ideas for outdoor dogs. Right, Ravi? Because obviously they need something under the tree as well, at least here with us. The first gift idea for an outdoor dog is some sort of a jacket. We would like to stay warm and comfortable out on the trail, dry as well, so why not give a nice little coat to your dog as well. You can choose between either a little soft shell jacket, for example the brand of Jumpa has recently released one, the Jumpa Sporty. That is a waterproof soft shell jacket. You can buy the really warm jackets from, for example, Roughwear. And if you're doing a bit of search on the internet, there are also several brands that offer rain jackets for dogs. Some with legs on it, some without legs on it. So make sure that you get an idea of what your outdoor dog needs and or the outdoor dog that you are going to surprise under the Christmas tree. And make sure that he or she also stays warm, comfortable and dry when out on the trail or staying in tent at night. Gift idea number 2 are ultra lightweight dog balls, food and water balls. Those are 2 things that can be really heavy in a backpack. So if you would like to help out the hiker or backpacker in your life and also make sure that the dog he or she is taking along is having a proper ball out on the trail, I would highly recommend to take a look at ultralight dog balls. For example, the brand of Adotech gear offers some, and recently Hilltop Packs has released some pretty cool ones. Spoiler alert, I know what Ravi's getting under the tree. They have custom printed ones. You can have the name printed on them. So yeah, those are really cool items and they fold up easily. You can stuck them everywhere in the pack, between stuff, behind water bottles, in your own pocket. They are super lightweight. The ones from Adotech gear weigh around 16 grams. The ones from Hilltop Packs around 11 grams. So that's not a weight for a hiker or backpacker in your life to carry. But the dog has some decent balls and they are waterproof, so you can leave water in there all night. That's not a problem at all. I found that with some other brands that they start leaking throughout the night, but we have been using the ones from Adotech this year and no leakage was there. So that is really a recommendation if you are looking for a gift for an outdoor dog. Gift idea number 3 for the outdoor dogs is some sort of a light, and that especially comes in handy in this time of year, in fall, in winter, early spring, when the days are just a little bit shorter. It is getting light a little bit later in the morning, so it's always good to make yourself visible and your dog as well. And you've got very cheap ones at just pet stores. You can get them for a few euros here in Europe. You've got the ones from Roughwear, by the way. They are a little bit more expensive. And then you also have the Orbi-locks. They are the most common that you see here, I think. They say that they should shine for several kilometers. I'm always wondering, well, how can it be possible? Because nobody's going to see you from a few kilometers. But because of that, it still makes them perfect lights, because they have a really wide range and they shine very far. They have a fast light, a blinking light, so you have several options to choose from. And I think that is a good addition to your dog's harness, because you are always visible for everyone, and whether you're hiking in the dark or just when it is starting to get dark, starting to get light, make sure that you are visible for everyone around you. So a light is a really good Christmas gift idea. Gift idea number 4 is also a bit of a safety item, because it is a well-fitted harness. I always recommend harnesses out on the trail instead of collars. Soon I will make a video about that subject as well. But harnesses are so important, and what's more important is that it fits properly. Same with our gear. Your dog's harness should fit really well, because otherwise it can cause really serious problems. So a custom-made harness is something that I always recommend, and otherwise a secure harness like the Roughwear Webmaster harness. So it is practically impossible for a dog to escape out of those harnesses, and that's good for a dog that is a little bit afraid in the outdoors, but also just a safety item. But I will get to that subject in the video that I just mentioned that I'm going to film within a few days. So a harness is a perfect Christmas gift idea, and if you are just like me, fancying colors on your backpacking gear, then a custom-made harness is really nice as well, because you can customize them. Obviously, not only in regards to size, but most of the time also in regards to color. So yeah, put that on the shopping list for your hiker or backpacker and his or her outdoor dog in your life. They will thank you for it. And gift idea number 5 has also to do with weight. We, of course, have to carry food out on the trail, and food is one of the most heaviest things that you can carry in your backpack. And if you are hiking or backpacking with a dog, his or her food will be added to the weight of the hiker or backpacker's own food as well. So what I always try to do for Ravi is to make sure that I am bringing freeze-dried food, and not only the food, but also snacks. And I think snacks are a really good gift idea for under the tree or as a stocking stuffer. That you buy little bags of freeze-dried treats, and those things weigh absolutely nothing. They usually weigh around 20 to 40 grams. And the good thing about that is freeze-dried stuff is most of the time really good stuff. There is not a lot of additives to it or preservatives. So you're not offering only a lightweight option for a hiker or backpacker in your life, but also a very nutritious option for the outdoor dog that he or she is taking along. And that is very important as well, because the dog has to stay well fed out on the trail as well. We eat a lot of snacks throughout the day, and a lot of people forget their dogs in regards to that subject, but that's important to not do that, because also the dog needs the calories throughout the day and needs this nutrition. So freeze-dried lightweight dog snacks under the Christmas tree, perfect idea. So those were 5 ideas that you could give under the tree or in a stocking stuffer that are good for outdoor dogs. But I'm also going to give you 5 Christmas gift ideas for the hiker or backpacker in your life. And Christmas gift idea number 1 are lightweight cloths. And it is always good to carry some lightweight cloths in your backpack to clean out your pot, for example, to dry off condensation of your tent in the morning, to clean yourself off when you are having a dip in a lake or in a stream, or staying at a campsite and you have just been brushing your teeth or something like that. And you can use regular microfiber cloths for it, but they are really hard to cut to size because they are starting to fray at the edges, so you have to stitch them around and everything like that. So Hilltop Packs, for example, has recently released some pretty cool little cloths. They have made a little towel out of merino wool and a little cleaning cloth out of microfiber. And those little items are pretty cool. And spoiler again, I ordered some myself. And I think these come really in handy, because although it might not be the most funniest chore to do when you're out hiking or backpacking, but you have to keep your gear clean. So little cloths, super lightweight, but very useful for the hiker or backpacker in your life. Gift idea number 2 are backpacking meals. And that maybe sound a little bit crazy to give somebody food under the Christmas tree, but especially when you're having a long distance backpacker in your life, then they maybe have complained before about the price of those freeze-dried backpacking meals, because man, those things can get so expensive. So when you are hiking for a longer period of time and you have to rely on those meals, that can be pretty expensive. So if you will find some meals under the Christmas tree, me personally, I would be very happy about that, because it will lower the cost a little bit when I am planning a long distance hike or a true hike. And I will have some variation, because you never know what somebody else is going to pick as a menu for you. So I think that is a really good idea to put some backpacking meals under the tree. And you've got so many brands of them. So just take a look wherever you are from, what kind of brands they are offering there. Here in the Netherlands, for example, we have Adventure Food. My favorites that I order from America are, for example, Peak Refuel, Backpacker's Pantry, and Packet Gourmet. So those are really delicious meals. So take a look on that one. Websites like Garage Grown Gear offer different meals as well. REI, here in the Netherlands, for example, Decathlon, De Bever. Those are all kinds of stores where you can get those meals. So just have a look around on the internet and make sure that the hiker or backpacker in your life doesn't stay hungry out on the trail. Gift idea number 3 has everything to do with staying warm, and those are down booties. Those are an absolute game changer out on the trail. I used mine since about 2 years, and they are so nice and warm on your feet at night at camp or in the tent when you're going in your sleeping bag or under your quilt. Because when you are hiking throughout the day, your socks will get wet, either from sweat or stream crossings that you have to do. So you will have wet feet at the end, and that usually ends up in cold feet. And my experience is that just changing a pair of socks doesn't always do the job. But putting on down booties, that is a life changer out on the trail. So I would highly recommend those. You've got some cheap ones on Amazon, for example, by the brand of Nature Hike. Enlightened Equipment has some synthetic ones. I have the down booties from Goose Feet Gear. So there are also several brands of down booties that you can find on the internet. So give it a go. You can different prices, whatever you would like to spend on a Christmas gift, but highly advisable because your hiker or backpacker will stay nice and cozy at night when they are sleeping in their tents. And gift item number 4, you will probably see in practically every video, but I wanted to include it as well because it is a tiny pump. I use the Zero Pump by Flextail, and although that is an item that practically everybody recommends, it isn't without a reason. Because when you are out on the trail for a whole day and you are tired and exhausted when you are arriving at camp, the last thing you want to do is put the last energy that you have into blowing up your sleeping pad. And that can be a hell of a job at the end of the evening. And some sleeping pads will blow up quite easily, some do not. Some come with a pump sack. That's a good alternative as well. But to give your hiker or backpacker the extra bit of comfort, I actually really recommend a little pump. The mat is inflated in a matter of seconds to minutes and doesn't cost any effort for your hiker or backpacker. And they are super lightweight. The weight is practically equal with a pump sack, so you're not giving your hiker or backpacker extra weight to carry. But yeah, that is really advisable. And the sleeping pad of your hiker or backpacker will last longer because you're not blowing any moisture from your breath into the pad. So that is also one extra pro to bring along a tiny pump. So highly, highly recommend that for a gift under the Christmas tree. And gift idea number 5 is an item that some of you might say, well, that is not a Christmas gift. My dad always did that as well. When I asked for that under the Christmas tree, he always said, I'm not going to do that because that is not a gift. But for me it was. And that is a gift card from whatever kind of outfitter that your hiker or backpacker prefers. And then you can say, yeah, well, a gift card is not that excited. But for our hikers and backpackers, for us hikers and backpackers, it is. Because throughout the year, gear is failing. Gear is breaking down, so we have to replace it. We might lose weight and we have to buy another size of clothes, another size of hip belt on the backpack. And then a gift card comes in handy because those costs you might not have calculated into your finances for the year. And when you have a Christmas gift card on hand, laying at home, knowing that whenever it's needed, you have money available to buy some new gear items, that is very useful. So you might not find it a gift idea, but think about the hiker or backpacker and she will thank you for it. So those were my 10 Christmas gift ideas. 5 for the dogs, 5 for us as hikers or backpackers. And I think they are available at the market for everyone. And like I mentioned in the beginning, I have some ideas for more expensive gifts when money isn't an issue. For example, you can check out a GPS watch for your hiker or backpacker in your life. That is really useful out on the trail because you can track everything along on the trail. So that is very useful. What is also very useful is, for example, a pair of new hiking boots or shoes, a new set of clothes. That can be really helpful, especially at the beginning of the season. What can also be very helpful is a personal locator beacon, so a satellite communication device like a Garmin InReach Mini or a Zoleo device, so you can always stay in contact with the hiker or backpacker in your life and they can ask for help as well if needed. So those are items, yeah, they are more expensive. A new backpack, for example, when you know that your hiker or backpacker is really in need of that one, a new quilt, all kinds of stuff like that. But make sure that you always have in mind that those are expensive gifts and they often have a lead time because they are custom made. Quilts, for example, ultralight backpacks. So always keep that in mind. So you have to start shopping early for that. But those are gift ideas, like I said, if money isn't an issue. But the 10 ideas that I mentioned, I think are pretty good to start with and to put under the tree here or there where you live to make the hiker or backpacker and the outdoor dog, of course, in your life very happy. Right, Ravi? Yeah. Well, I hope that you are going to have an awesome time in regards to Christmas shopping and to come up with ideas to make the hiker or backpacker and the outdoor dog in your life super happy in the upcoming backpacking season of 2025. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.